Hi guys, woohoo! What a day I've had. Right, um, let's give you a chance to get on. It's defending Elvis Presley. Look, I've cut myself. It's defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. My name's Louis. We're in Southwest UK, and I'm 57. I've been a lifelong fan for over 50 years. We are here to defend Elvis Presley with Team Elvis. We are also defending Lisa Marie Presley and any Presley that is being spoken about unfairly. So I'm going to give you a chance to join on. Now, just in case you don't know, we have a Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page called Defending Elvis Presley Louis Daily Live Streams. So the Facebook page is Defending Elvis Presley Louis Daily Live Streams. Also, we do have members and subscribers. People keep telling me off for wanting members to my channel. I don't understand that. I'm proud to have members. The money that I get from the members is pennies. It's got nothing to do with money. So I don't understand people telling me off because I want members to my channel. But the new members are, let's just quickly let you know, we've got Shirley Jewelry has just signed up, and Richie Boy 66. Welcome, guys. Shirley Jewelry and Richie Boy 66. Thank you so much. So you guys have been chatting away happily on the Messenger channel, which actually has turned out to be a blooming good idea. One of you suggested that I set up a Messenger where we all come together. So it was one of your ideas. I actually don't know which one of you it was. It's a bloody good idea. So I've got myself a little tea and a coffee. Now, I've been lying under a car for 3 hours. I did not fix it. 3 hours. At the moment, it looks like it's going to have to be a garage job because I think the top of the engine has to be removed. But at least I tried. But tomorrow, when I've got another burst of energy, I might try again. We'll see. Right. Hi, everyone. Let's see who we got on. We've got Stacey, Colleen, Deborah, Tracy, Judith, Skona, Colleen, Yvette, and Chris, and Amanda. Hi, guys. And obviously, there's going to be more joining on. We had a very, very interesting, very long live stream this morning, 2 hours long. We spoke a lot about Graceland's, Elvis Presley Enterprises. That was, I think, was probably the main topic of the conversation. Hi Rhonda and hi Diana. I was talking about this. I was very, very surprised that when Elvis Presley Enterprises bought, no, wrong way of putting it. When Robert Silliman bought Elvis Presley Enterprises from Priscilla and obviously Lisa Marie, really from Lisa Marie, 85% of it. I was very surprised it included the lease of Graceland, which is basically the tour, the museum. Because in my mind, and some of you may not agree with this, but in my mind, Elvis Presley Enterprises actually can sell the tour, couldn't they? In theory, if they got a lease, unless there's a clause in that lease that says that they're not allowed to. But not just that. Obviously, we know years later, because that was 2005, years later, Joe Weishanker steps in and he buys Elvis Presley Enterprises because from my memory, Bob Silliman went bust. So I think Joe Weishanker, who seems to be quite popular with you guys, you seem to speak well of him. He does seem like a good guy, but he is an entrepreneur, multi-millionaire, so he's got two people to keep happy, the fans and the profiteers. So it's a difficult one. Sounds to me like Joel Weishanker came to the rescue and sorted out a messy situation. they both had big expansion plans, didn't they? Bob Silliman and John Weishenker. You know, I know in the mix is Jack Sodden as well. So what I noticed, guys, let me just check your messages. Hi, AJ Hearn. Is that an AJ Ahern? Is that a new person? Hi, Snowbird. Welcome to our channel. Defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. AJ Ahern, is that right? We're defending Elvis. We are Team Elvis. We're a small family that's growing, and our job is to try and defend Elvis where we feel that he's been portrayed wrongly. That's simple. We feel certain people have said things about Elvis that are unfair. We feel that many books are unfair. We feel many movies are unfair. Documentaries, biographies, interviews, and we're also defending Lisa Marie Presley. So if you so welcome to our channel. We'd like to know where you're from. We're from all around the world. I'm from Southwest UK near Bristol. Many of the people on here are from America, but we have all the countries coming on here. Canada and Australia are big participants, as well as America. And most of you have been Elvis fans for over 50 years, but, you know, even if you've only been an Elvis fan for 1 year, great. Okay, Michael's joined us as well. So we started a messenger group today. I'm just looking at it now. The whole point was so that every time we go live, I can let you know without sending 30 messages. Let's have a look. Someone's messaging me. Right, okay. Right, here we go. So what we're going to do, we are going to look at that new Team Elvis chat. And now what I didn't expect to happen was you guys were all chatting with Amy Collet. I'm hoping Amy has joined us, talking about the situation where you guys are worried that Graceland has been sold, was leased. Yeah. What some of you are worried that it could be sold. So I know that a few of you guys were speaking to Amy Collet. Amy Collet, she's not that well known at the moment, but you may know her from Presley Mania, where she had an interview with Rhonda about Elvis's health history, about his health conditions. Also, she was comparing books. So I think the Sally Hoddle book, Destined to Die Young. We have issues with Sally Hoddle. We've spoken about this many times. We feel that Sally Hoddle tried to mute us, stop us from defending Elvis, and stop us from expressing our views on how we feel Elvis was treated. She even gave the impression that Elvis wouldn't like it, which I just think is ridiculous. She cannot speak on behalf of Elvis because she wrote a book about his medical history. She doesn't even have a medical background. And yes, she wrote a book. Great. Yes, she's trying to help us understand his medical problems, going way back to his childhood and his parents and grandparents, etc., with the Smith bloodline. But that doesn't mean she can tell us how to speak about Elvis. And then we've got Dr. Forrest Tennant. So Amy Collet is comparing these books. She has her views, her medical research, her documents that she has discovered. And Amy Collet has very strong views on the health of Elvis, the history of Elvis's health, the history of Elvis's family, especially down the bloodline of the Smiths. So it's one of those things, it's up in the air. And she was interviewed by Rhonda on Presley Mania about a week or so ago. A brilliant interview, very interesting. Highly recommend you guys jump over to Presley Mania, watch that interview with Amy Collet and Rhonda, subscribe, do a like. You won't regret it. It's great. Okay. Let's have a look where we are. So with so many thousands coming through the gates, Elvis Day, Lisa Marie to ensure how many would cost a fortune. Money and fame is destroying a person's character. Just fact. So Elaine is here. Hi, Team Elvis. I'm chilling when my legs are aching, walking all over London. And London is packed. And what do they call it? The underground is crazy. I know it's exciting and interesting, but it's crazy. The underground really like, woo. Right, let me top my coffee up. I'll come back. I do have a topic. We're going to go through it in a sec. Okay, I wanted to top my coffee up because I think this chat's going to go on for a little while. Let's have a look. So, you guys were chatting with Amy. Amy may be watching. I think your main issues are regarding the ownership of Graceland, the lease of Graceland, and Elvis Presley Enterprises. So it's 25 degrees in London. Then I came back to 18 degrees to rain in Manchester. We go to London quite regularly. We always go and see the palace, all the usual stuff. We always use the tubes, and we love it. The last time we went was to see Circus LA. I bet a few of you have watched it, Circus LA, because my wife is a champion trampolinist, so she finds that really interesting. So right, let's get to it. Chris, all you do, Chris, I'll send you my name. You just join my name on Facebook, and then I will add you. Chris, yeah? So any of you that want to join the messenger group that we're all chatting on 24/7, friend that name. Hi, Natalie. Friend the name, and I will add you to the messenger group. Most of you are on it. Okay, right. What I did notice was you guys have been chatting with Amy. These pictures of... You guys keep sending me these pictures of Harper. They're enhanced, guys. That's not how she really looks. I'm not about the face now. I'm not about this area. It's just... These are just being blown up and exaggerated, and that's not really how she looks. Come on, let's face it. A few of you have sent me these. Nah, that isn't how she looks now, right? But remember, the teenagers, they like their Instagrams, don't they? Right. What I wanted to do is just read a couple of things you were saying to Amy, and then play some of Amy's messages. There's quite a few, but I think they're worth playing because it's going to be educational. So you guys are obviously concerned about Graceland and if it could be sold. I don't blame you. Let's have a look. Right, someone just sent me a message. I haven't read this. Hi, Louis. I just watched a rude man comment. You are totally 100% right. I am thankful for this channel to defend Elvis. I've been so upset for years regarding the fake news and the fake Prissy Bulow. I loved Elvis from after the years for his talent. My grandmother, who was born in 1886, I liked Elvis as well. She always liked Elvis because he's such a wonderful son and such a good to his mother. Many generations loved Elvis. My grandmother died the same year. I'm glad you are defending Elvis. That's really kind. So I get a lot of you saying this to me, but we defend Elvis together, Team Elvis. Right, I want to try and get to the subject. Let's have a look. We want to get to the subject of Graceland. I also want to get to the messages. So, right, I'm going to play Amy's comments. Some of them are probably going to be quite detailed. If they're not relevant to the topic, I'll skip to the next one. Yeah, so we know Amy Collet. She knows I'm doing this. I have let her know, but I don't know all of the comments.
So we used StreamYard is what we used. We did have some problems with it at the beginning. So then I had to go to my phone. I had to make a tripod, and then I was sitting on the floor. I meant to change my shirt, and we got it to work, and Rhonda had to be somewhere, so we were like, screw it. This is what we're going with. I think it worked pretty well. The audio was really clear. There was a little bit of a delay on Rhonda's end when she would say something to me before I could because, like I said in the video, I find it disrespectful. I mean, I look at Elvis and his family; they were human beings first. You know, they were human and they have feelings, and so it was hard for me to talk about Gladys and the drinking and talk about her siblings and how they died in the not so beautiful ways, and because I do honor his entire family because they're Elvis's family. But I do think these conversations are important because so many false things have been put out there that it's important to kind of, and I'm not saying I'm the final authority. That was just my takes on both of those books. And you and I know why we did it. We did it to debunk Sally, but it comes across in a way that it's 2 book reviews. But if you know, you know.
So that's very simple for me to understand. Right, okay. That was a different conversation than I thought it was, but it's still, she's saying the main thing here, that it's really important to her to defend Elvis, and she wants to just show that that she does the research to try and understand what went on with the Sally Holder book, with the Forrest Tennant's, the Dr. Forrest Tennant's book. And we are trying to get to the truth of Elvis's history, not all the lies, all the wishy-washy stuff. She tries to do proper research. Right, let me go to the right one now. But she does find it difficult. She's quite shy. Amy is shy, but she don't mess around. She will do her best to prove what she says. Her interview with Presley Mania with Ron was so good, and I have very high regard for the advice and for her research and for her documentation. It's important, and she's quite shy. She's being very brave coming out and just trying to enlighten all of us because she loves Elvis and she loves Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley is very, very important to her. Right. So you guys were asking her questions. So what I want to do is, let's go back. Right. Let's get to the conversation. Right. Let's just play one of Amy's things and we'll just go from there.
So Deborah, as far as the EPE, like the ticket sales, so that's what ABG, who Joel is a managing partner of, that's theirs. So no, Joel has no ties to Scientology. Now, we do know Lisa retained 15% of EPE and got 15% of ticket sales. So that now transfers to the girls. And I guess that would be split 3 ways now. If that goes to Riley's part, if it goes to Scientology, which I doubt, it could, but there's no proof Riley's still in Scientology. There's text messages between her and Lisa in the transcripts of Lisa's divorce to Lockwood, where Riley is talking about taking Scientology and David Miscavige down with Lisa when Lisa left. So that to me says that they're not in Scientology. Riley doesn't come out and say anything publicly in promotion of Scientology. I mean, by all means, by everything we see, they were done by 2018. So there's nothing that leads me to believe anything's going to Scientology at all. Could be wrong. There's things we're probably never going to know that go on behind the scenes, but just what I'm seeing at face value, I don't think so. Knowing Riley, and that she makes her own money and is very successful, I would venture to guess her part of the 15% of ticket sales, she's probably putting back in the trust for her sisters. That's just the kind of person that she is, because she doesn't need that money. But they will someday. We don't know yet who they're going to be when they grow up or what they're going to do. And I hope to God when they do get of age in a couple of years that jerk of a father of theirs hasn't spent through their money, because that concerns me a lot. He's another Priscilla, and they may find themselves in the same position Lisa did.
There we are. Well, covers quite a few things. I mean, the Scientology thing that I've read is basically that if there's no Presley bloodline left, but something can revert, whether it be Graceland, the building, the home, the land, or EPE, I don't know, because we're guessing really, aren't we? Can revert, 40% of it can revert to Scientology. But I think Amy is basically saying that she doesn't think that's true. Is that right, Amy? If you're watching, does that sound right to you? Remember, I'm no expert. I'm just a middleman trying to share things that are being said. Right, let's have a look. Let's go through. Riley is a great person and she will do as much as possible. This is from Deborah. As much as possible for her sisters, no doubt. I just pray by the time they reach of age that their dad hasn't blown it through. Yeah, I mean, come on. He's only going to get so much, isn't he? He's only going to get so much, the dad. Right. So Sue says, I'm sorry, I don't understand much about leases, etc. Could Graceland be sold to anybody? What would happen to the resting places? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, I think Amy says this as well. I wouldn't worry about Graceland being sold or the lease being sold. Now, do I think one day Elvis Presley Enterprises could be sold? The 85%, because we know 15% is retained by Riley, and on behalf of the twins as well. I wouldn't rule it out. It's big business, big money. Joel Weishanker, he does seem like he's here to stay. He truly does love Elvis, I believe that, and Lisa Marie. He really does want the best for Riley and the twins. He wants Elvis's wish. He likes to think any decision he makes will be something Elvis would have approved of. He does make mistakes. I don't think the Elvis fans, were very completely happy with the guests that he had this week on Elvis Week. So he's a human being. He's got money as well. He's a businessman. So it isn't blood. It isn't family. But he does seem like a fair guy, a nice guy. And I'm sure if you guys email him, he'll reply. So let's have a look. No, this is Amy. No, it wasn't sold. It's been leased for tours since 2005. It was part of the sale of EPE. And so until we see the lease, we don't really know just how what is included in the lease. In England, if you sell the lease of a property, there's two types. You've got where you pay a lump sum in advance, and there's no rent, but you have all the maintenance costs. Or then you've got another type of lease in England where you pay a monthly rent, or a quarterly rent. My guess, it was a lump sum. I think Amy said it was 99 years. And there's probably no rent, but there's probably quite high maintenance costs. I would say very high maintenance costs. From what Amy says, the lease was more geared up for the Graceland tours. Yeah, the museum, basically. So then you've got Tina. I find it hard to get my head around Graceland. And then we have Deborah. Graceland was not sold. Those resting places will stay in place by Tennessee law. It is a permanent cemetery. I think that's probably right, Deborah. Let's keep going. It seems like the lease is just a protection legally to protect both sides. It's quite confusing. Yes, it is. Leases are very complicated. There are thousands of terms. My feeling is they should never have sold the lease. I really believe that. They should never have sold the lease. It always should have been controlled with the Presleys, using management, using staff, etc. Now we have Joel Weishanker, no offense to him, standing up on behalf of Elvis Presley, speaking on behalf of the family. That didn't add up to me. It should be blood, talking about blood. That's how I feel. That's how I am. Right, let's just check some of your comments. I'm surprised Scientology doesn't hold shares in Graceland. Well, a lot of you've got strong views about Scientology and Graceland. I heard Shirley Dew speak at the Elvis Week. To be honest, I didn't like her. She seems very unpopular. She does. I keep getting lots of comments about Shirley. I don't know anything about her really. I think that the name of Lisa's book is very cryptic, a warning shot to her mum. Very possible, Tracy. I could watch her more than 5 minutes. She was horrible. That's Cheryl. I know a lot of you just are not happy with her. Tracy, I ordered the book and I can't wait to read it. Yes, we've all got it coming, guys. I wonder if Riley will do a question and answer at her mother's book launch. She may do, Elaine. She may do. Shirley only dated, Joe Esposito for 6 months, a very short time. And I think we've seen the pictures of Shirley with Elvis. You know, she was when she was young, she was a pretty lady, wasn't she? So Natalie thinks she seems a bit fake, a bit phony. I don't know nothing about her. Let's keep going. I don't have the feeling that Riley will be active. I was hoping she would have been at EW, Elvis Week and something. Yes, we do want to see the Presley, the bloodline at Elvis Week, at Elvis's birthday, maybe even at Christmas. We want to see that, don't we, guys? We want Riley to be more connected to Graceland. At the moment, it does feel a massive disconnect from Graceland. We know she did the Christmas special. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't like most of the bands that played at the Christmas special. I didn't like it. When they jumped in the pool, I didn't like it. That's just me. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Did you guys like the Christmas special at Graceland's? Can I pay $20 and get Priscilla to sign Lisa's book? Haha, that ain't gonna happen. Gio, you're just being cheeky, right? Riley is supposed to be at Graceland in October when Lisa. Yes, I've heard this, Colleen. Right, let's keep going. Let's play. This is quite a long one, so I think this is Amy trying to explain the lease. Right.
So Sue, good morning. No, it can't be so Riley and the girls at Graceland. But what happened was when, so before 2005, 2006, Lisa owned everything. The rights to Elvis's name, image, and likeness, all of that, and Graceland and its original contents that were there when Elvis passed away. So in 2005, 2006, Priscilla comes up with this deal to sell 85% of Elvis's name, image, and likeness. So that's all that sold was the rights to his name, image, and likeness was 85% of that. However, with that, and the ticket sales, all of that, the tour sales, the tickets, the managing the tours, all of that they sold. So with that, they had to make an agreement to allow tours to come to the house because that's how they make their money. They agreed to lease Graceland out for tours. And it kind of had to be done because at any time Lisa could have said, "Nope, don't want you in my house anymore. Go away, can't sell tickets." Well, then ABG and Joel would have been stuck with nothing to tour except the things across the street. Does that make sense? So it's not anything where Joel or ABG cannot do anything to Graceland. It's just like if you rented a home. You can't, if you rent a home from someone, you can't sell it. You can't make major changes to it without permission. And leases can always be broke. So no, there's no ownership of Graceland that's changed. It's just basically they're just leasing it out and allowing it to be toured. And this has gone on for 20 years. This is not new. Some people didn't know, like Louis didn't know, and he was kind enough to inform everyone. But no, it's been like this since 2005, 2006. So it's just basically a business deal to say yes. I'm leasing Graceland out for you to sell tickets to tour. If that makes sense, it was the worst decision they could have ever made, honestly, on some fronts because of the lack of control of Elvis's name, image, and likeness. But also, it was a good deal because businesses like Authentic Brands and CXK or CKX, who was the first owners of the 85%, they were able to invest more money, have more funds to, build the new complex, do things like the Cirque du Soleil in Vegas with Elvis, promote him more. That was the idea. However, upon finding out the terms of the sale, when I did some digging, they were $25 million in debt when they sold. And I looked up all the years of ticket sales and their revenue, and it doesn't make any sense. And all of that got blamed on Lisa. And if we think about it, in the press for years, it was, oh, Lisa's just like Elvis. She spends all the money and she is irresponsible. And Priscilla never came out and defended her daughter. Not one time. Not once. And we've seen her do it on her social media for other things. She's come out and defensive and said things for herself. So it's astounding to me, and the people who were on the board of directors at the time was like Priscilla's brother-in-law, Gary Hovey, Jerry Schilling. So are we supposed to believe no accountants came to anyone before they were $25 million in debt and said, hey, something's wrong here? So they got $100 million for EPE. So $25 million came off the top of that. So gotta keep that in mind. Priscilla got $6.3 million to sell her rights to her name, Priscilla Presley. By my calculations, there's about $13 million missing from that sale that I can't account for, and I would not be surprised if it didn't go to the Church of Scientology back then. So it's just very murky. There's nothing as it appears to be, but no, Graceland is safe. No one can sell it but Riley and the girls. And even with that, I think with it being an historical landmark, there's some other things in place, and I don't think they would ever sell it. They would be stupid to. I mean, they would be really stupid to sell Graceland, right? Not so much for Riley because she makes her own money, but for the girls' future. And who's going to sell it? I mean, their mother's buried there, their brother's buried there, their grandfather is buried there. I don't see what would benefit them to sell that. You're not going to sell your mother's resting place. That would just be crazy.
There we are. So, I mean, a very detailed response to you guys at Team Elvis. Amy knows her stuff. Most of the things she says, I agree with. I don't think there's anything to be worried about. I was trying to read your comments. Guys, I'm an old-fashioned guy. For me, the Christmas special wasn't done in a way I like. It's not up to me, is it, guys? I can see many of you guys did like it. A few of you didn't. And some of you are hoping that it will be better. Now, does anyone know, is there going to be another Christmas special, or was that a one-off because it introduced Riley Q to Graceland? I don't know. Is there going to be another one? Right, so let's just keep reading through this. Every time I hear Priscilla Presley's name, my heart aches for Elvis and what he felt when she publicly hurt him by the affairs. Hi, Philomena. Stacey, I agree. The lease part is confusing. I think it's just place. Right, let me play another one.
In all my research paperwork, I have
Let's see what Tina
an
wants.
initial CXK cell. So it's a lot to kind of dissect through, and it's a lot of business wording and gobbledygook. But I'm going to dig into my files today and try to find it and post it for y'all. It's confusing. It's really confusing. But it's basically the business side of Elvis sold off for 85%. Lisa maintained 15% and the rights to decision making. So she had to sign off on any product that was done in Elvis's name, image, and likeness. So she didn't even lose total control of his name, image, and likeness either in that sale. It was a stipulation that she had the final say in what Elvis's name was attached to. So as soon as I can find it, I will post the relevant parts because it's quite lengthy, and then maybe Louie can talk about it.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to talk about it. So I'm very pleased that Amy's joining in with Team Elvis, giving the best advice she can. So yes, so I'm going to play this and quickly going to make Tino some Weetabix.
Of course, it's my passion to just dig into. I don't do it for any other reason than I just want to know. Like, I just want to know, like, exactly what the truth is, because we clearly can't believe what Priscilla tells everyone. So, I kind of was like this before Lisa passed away, and then when Lisa passed away, and Priscilla sued for control again, it just really got me thinking, this is just like Elvis. Like, there's so many parallels to the two. The way they were used, the way they were stolen from, the way they were mistreated. You know, Priscilla wanted to fight the will when Elvis passed away and she wasn't left in it. And so it just really sparked my interest and got me digging and looking and searching. And then I just started coming across all these things that I was like, no, I mean, I found the lien where Priscilla had put a lien on Graceland. I was looking up ownership of Graceland and who owned it on Shelby County, and then I see this attached document, and I see, oh my God, this woman put a lien on Graceland, and no one knew. It was always said that Elvis signed the deed of trust to her for safekeeping. That's not true. She took a lawyer right when he got out of the hospital and put a lien on Graceland because she knew he was sick, and she wanted to make sure she got her money. So I'm the one that found that. Nobody, and then all these YouTubers covered it, which is great. But I've just found a lot of amazing things that I had no idea. I'm the one that found the Bridget Cruz, and I'm not bragging on myself. It's just the things I find when I'm digging. I'm the one that found out Bridget Cruz was suing Priscilla. Found the paperwork in February, and I linked it to TMZ. And then that day it went all over everywhere. And it was on Valentine's Day, so that was my Valentine's Day gift to Priscilla. Priscilla Presley's broke. It was on everything, and it was magical. So the suits and the personal items. Everything that was in the house. So everything is Lisa's and the girls. I keep saying Lisa because it's hard for me to not attach it to her. So all the original artifacts. So the cars, the clothing, everything that was in Graceland, even if it's across the street and on display, that still belongs to the family, if that makes sense. Just some things have been moved across the street to display them like they were before, to make space, because Elvis had so many things, right? We need bigger space to display all the things. So yes, all the personal items belong to. The only thing that was in that sale was the rights to Elvis's name, image, and likeness. So all the personal artifacts, all the cars. There's some things that are on loan from people that are displayed there, so not everything is original to the family. But yeah, everything, all the personal items still are in the family.
So, extremely interesting. And she's letting us know many different aspects of what she does. I would say this, that Amy 100% is a true Elvis fan, a true Lisa Marie Presley fan. And she gets quite emotional, Amy. It really comes from the heart, guys. It's not about money. She does this because she truly wants to defend Elvis. And I would say that Amy is one of the originators of defending Elvis Presley way before me. Years before me, guys. I'm a newbie. So we need people like Amy Collet. Amy Collet, remember that name, guys? I think she will be doing more on Presley Mania. There's more things to come. If I'm stuck and I'm unsure about something, I tend to ask Amy. Do tend to ask her because she's about the most reliable source I'll get. Yeah. So let's just quickly see if what else was said. So that you guys are thanking Amy. Jane says, thank you, Amy, for putting our minds at rest. I think, yeah, you guys are saying that how smart Amy is. She is, guys. She's a smart girl. Let's have a look. We're blowing your trumpet a bit, Amy. So, Amy, I did let her know I was going to play these messages. The first message wasn't quite one. I sort of played that by mistake, but it was still good. It was still good because it was talking about Elvis's medical history. And so, let's have a look here. So, you guys have been chatting all day whilst I was led under a car. Okay, so I can't stay that much. I'm going to stay a bit longer, guys, but I do have to walk the dogs. Let's have a look. So obviously you guys are chatting about Priscilla. Some things I can't repeat. I'm just scrolling through. This was all going on whilst I was underneath the car. Anyway, I do like to think that Amy's advice has put your minds at rest. I wouldn't worry that Graceland is going to be sold. I'm not going to lie to you. I was surprised when I found out that Graceland had been leased. I knew that EPE had control of Graceland. I knew about that. I never knew that they actually had a lease. But I suppose they sort of had to, didn't they? If they're going to run the business from Graceland, there had to be some kind of business agreement. And a lease is the way to do it, because it covers the maintenance of the grounds and all the logistics of running that museum. Yeah, obviously the museum and the tours is a big thing, isn't it? It's including the lands all around, all of the memorabilia of Elvis's, all of Elvis's belongings. And obviously we've got the massive expansion all around Graceland, all in front of Graceland. So you needed it. Really, I would say you probably did need a lease. Probably will say that. But I was still taken aback when I heard that there had been a lease created for Graceland, which basically makes Riley Keough and Finian Harper eventually landlords, isn't it? They're landlords of Graceland, which is different. It's different. I think being an owner, being a landlord, if you're an owner running a business, it's very different than an owner that has leased the business to be run by other people, by other companies, by somebody else's staff. So I think this is me being a landlord in the UK, and pure coincidence. I've got a few problems happening at the moment. So it just made me go, right, okay, I have to see it differently now. I have to see that we have Elvis Presley Enterprises, and we know that I'll read that a little bit again. We know that Elvis Presley Enterprises covers many aspects. Let me just quickly get it up, actually, because it's only a quick sentence. I'll get it up. What does EPE do? EPE own. Let's have a look. Right, and then so we have here, EPE owns the rights to Elvis's name and likeness and some music publishing. RCA Records, now a unit of Bertelsmann Music Group, BMG, acquired the rights to his recording rights before 1973. There were 110 official licenses producing 700 Elvis-related items in 2002. Okay, but let's just see. The Elvis State Presley. I just want to so you guys know the Elvis, right? EPE was a corporate entity created by Elvis Presley Trust to conduct business and manage its assets, including Graceland. See, this is the bit. As soon as I read the bit where it said manage these assets, I was like, there's a lease. There's a lease. As soon as I read that, I thought a few of you didn't think it was that there was, but it was, to me, it was obvious, which is why I messaged Amy. And then it was EPE's business extends far beyond the Graceland operation and includes worldwide licensing of Elvis-related products and ventures, the development of Elvis-related music, film, video, television, and stage production, the ongoing development of EPE internet presence, and the management of significant music publishing assets. So, EP, I understand, because I think Priscilla Presley was part of how everything got set up. Yeah. So they were fed up with everything being sold, using Elvis's name, image, and likeness, all the bootlegging stuff. So they come up with Elvis Presley Enterprises, I think, to basically make it illegal for everyone to rip off Elvis's name and music. and films and merchandise, art, whatever. Yeah. And so I understand why they created Elvis Presley Enterprises. It was a shrewd business move. It was the right thing to do. I never thought they would sell it though. I never thought that this decision, because obviously didn't they open Graceland's around, I'm trying to remember, it's 87. You guys probably know better than me. I never, so for years they ran Graceland's as a living museum in the way that they did with the tours, etc. And obviously with the merchandise, and they retained the copyrights after 1973. So then to suddenly make this massive decision, I'm going to have to, right. To suddenly, I'll ring you back in a couple of minutes, yeah? So to suddenly make this massive decision to sell Elvis Presley Enterprises, a large amount of money, $114 million, and there was debt problems with EPE to the tune of $25 million. And I know that Lisa Marie got a massive bulk of money, but I think she had tax issues as well. We know that Priscilla Presley was given $6.5 million for the Presley name. So we have issues with that because we don't feel that she should have sold the name because it didn't even belong to her because they had been divorced for years. So fair play to her for blagging $6.5 million out of Bob Silliman, the billionaire, so he could use that name because it even says on there that he didn't even have to pay her. Yeah. So he paid her because he wanted to keep her on side. The way they word it is to cut the ribbon of Graceland. I personally don't think Priscilla should have got $6.5 million for a name that wasn't hers because she had given it up in 1972. That's my opinion. You guys, I know that most of you Elvis fans don't like the fact that she uses the Presley name. So let's just quickly read some messages. It is very interesting. The old-fashioned me always says it should all belong to the Presley bloodline. I really believe that. I really do. And many of you might say, "Oh no, you need the big companies to expand and to grow." I understand that, but why can't you expand and grow as a Presley, the Presley bloodline, obviously Q, yeah. But why can't Lockwood, whatever? Why can't the bloodline grow the brand, the Elvis Presley brand? Why does it have to be done with blue chip corporate companies and their other companies that they use? Maybe I'm just old fashioned, guys. Let's have a look. I like the Christmas special, Khan. I think it was not Silla related. Yeah, I can see, guys, a lot of you liked it. That's a good thing, isn't it? You Elvis fans, me an Elvis fan. I think I'm a bit old fashioned. I liked the way things were done more traditionally. I didn't see the Christmas special as very traditional. That's me being honest. Yeah, we're going to have different views. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to have to bring my brother back soon. I just want to quickly go through these comments. Rare Elvis Photos does an excellent episode about the lien on Graceland. He really goes into it. Elaine, I think you might have sent it me. I've watched it. It is good. It's very good, very interesting. I love Rare Elvis Photos. I love his channel. He's mentioned us quite a few times. I love his singing. He's got a brilliant voice. And I love the latest songs that he's been letting us listen to lately on his YouTube channel. He's great. I got nothing bad to say about Rare Elvis Photos. Let's have a look. All right, so you're getting it. Is this Riley Q's book, £18.69, when it gets released? I think it's being released in October. Is that right? October the 11th, is it? Let's have a look. JD, I think it's our responsibility, JD, how? As defenders to show the new generation the beautiful art of Elvis. I agree with that. I'm just an old-fashioned kid, and I agree we need to bring it up to date. I get it. So thanks, JD. I hope Riley does not take any pages from the book. You guys have mentioned this, that 100 pages were missing or something. Right, I think Riley will honour her mother in every way. Yeah, I mean, come on, we like Riley. We do like her, but come on, guys, she's been a bit quiet. We want to see more of her. It's obvious she's a nice girl. She's, you know, and she's so obvious she worships Lisa Marie. And Lisa Marie is very proud of Riley, because Riley has done things for herself and forged a brilliant career for herself. She's a stunning, beautiful, intelligent lady. She's got a lovely little family. Her husband seems great. You know, we got a lot of praise for Riley, but we just want to see her more connected to Graceland. And we have our views on the agreement that she's had with Priscilla after they had their dispute, you know, to do with Priscilla being buried at Graceland, and the money that was given to Priscilla for legal fees, the $400,000, and the $1 million that she got, and the monthly payments that she get, or the yearly payments that she gets for being an advisor to Graceland. We got issues with it, guys. We do. And, you know, the Navarrones, 1/6 or 1/9, whatever it is. We are disappointed with what Riley agreed to Priscilla. We are disappointed in it, aren't we, Elvis fans? Tell me if we're not. I hope that she does, Cheryl, but she's caved in about the burial. Yeah, see, Elaine is saying it. We do have issues with what Riley agreed with Priscilla. We do. But let's just see how it unfolds. You know, she's just too nice, I think. Definitely, 100% Riley worshipped her mother and is very, very proud of Lisa Marie. 100%. Deborah says it could have been because Riley knew there was only 6 plots allowed. That may be why she agreed. So she's agreed to something that can never happen. I get that. I understand, Elaine, but I do think that it's a loophole when she says to the best of my ability. Yeah, I get that, Cheryl. A few of you have said it to me. Call her Priscilla Bueller. I will never use Presley. She does not deserve to be addressed using Elvis's name. I personally don't think she should use the Presley name because she gave it up. Simple. You give up a name, you move on, you have different boyfriends, many different boyfriends. You have a horrific second divorce settlement that was very cruel to Elvis. In my opinion, she shouldn't be using the Presley name. That's no hate, just I don't think she should. And Teresa has a comment there. I do believe that a lot of the money in the trust was squandered, and that, in my opinion, Priscilla Presley was part of the reason. I believe that. You know, obviously we know about Barry Siegel, Lisa Marie's manager. He lost an absolute fortune with bad investments on behalf of Lisa Marie with American Idol. So, yeah. There's a lot of things that we have to defend, guys, as Team Elvis. Yeah, thanks, Pat. Yeah, that messenger is brilliant. That messenger, we are going to talk 24/7. We can upload pictures and videos on Messenger. I think they're short videos. We can send video links. So, yes, it was suggested by one of you guys. I'm not sure which one of you suggested it, but it was a blooming good idea. Thank you. I will find out who suggested it, and I will thank you properly. I visited Graceland back in 1988. I loved it. Always thought I might go back someday, and I'm sure that the newer displays and everything are awesome, and I don't think I will. Yeah. So I've heard that it's all been updated, that the whole experience is much better now. I've heard that. I've never been. I've got nothing to compare it to. You guys, many of you have been, and you let us know. Is it better now? Is the experience in the museum better now? Obviously, we know about the tours. So this morning's live stream, I played a really good video explaining the tours, the costs of the tours, and what's involved in the tours, what you get for your money. You even get a Jiffy bag at the end of it, a really good Jiffy bag at the end of it. And it was made by EP Archive, EP Fan Archive. Really good video. It's on this morning's live stream. I warn you, this morning's live stream was 2 hours long. It was long, guys. Right. I'm trying to catch up with these messages because my brother wants me to phone him. Let's have a look. She was still projecting on the house outside, though. Yes, I saw that. Maybe when we open the cover of the book, a picture of the devil. We don't know, do we? We don't know, but it was a very clever cover. Got us all talking, didn't it? That cover got the whole world, Elvis fans, talking about why Priscilla was chopped out of the front picture of the new book from Riley and Priscilla and Lisa Marie. She will always the right. Michael Lockwood is going to change his name to what? Okay. Let's have a look. I agree, Elaine. There is still a Baby Tupelo. Yeah, we love Baby Tupelo. I'm looking forward to reading Riley's book. Yeah, we all are. Unfortunately, the witch's hand is on the cover of the book. This is Aline M. Aileen, hi. Welcome to Team Elvis. Welcome to our channel. Let us know where you're from. Are you an Elvis fan? We are Team Elvis, and you are a welcome member of Team Elvis. Let's have a look. God, it keeps jumping up. I'm going to have to go backwards. Riley tries to create family harmony with Priscilla Bueller and the twins, say, hoping the book will be Lisa's words and not edited to keep negativity from the twins. Thanks, Chris. Scientology cremate their dead, so could be placed next to the Elvis in the room. Okay. Tracy, I'm fine with EPE running Gracelands due to the amount of fans. You need a corporation to run it and to look to the future. I get that. I get it. Tracy, I understand that. Massive expansion needs a massive company that knows what they're doing. I get that. Elaine, that is true. But even if the crematorium has to be the plot of those remains, yeah. I don't like the pull the plug on Lisa. Yeah, and you guys have mentioned this quite a few times with who turned off the life support machine. Do not resuscitate. Is that what it is? DNR. When Lisa Marie tragically passed away and she had her heart attacks, etc. I don't know who made that decision. Many of you have told me that you feel that Priscilla made that decision. I don't know. That Riley might have made a decision. There is a YouTube channel called Spotlight Spy. I recommend that channel, Spotlight Spy. Go look it up. There's some good videos on there talking about the DNR, do not resuscitate, and the details of the day that Lisa Marie passed away. God rest her soul. So I recommend you go look that up, guys. Because of the cemetery, the public land and the plots, I don't think that can be done even with the cremation. Okay, Deborah, thank you. I don't like what happened to Lisa. Didn't somebody help her? Jerry could have helped. Some of you guys have said, obviously, Jerry Schilling accompanied Lisa Marie to the Golden Globe Awards. It was very obvious that Lisa Marie was very unwell. Some of you feel that the people around her should have noticed how unwell she was. She had serious stomach problems. There was an issue with an operation that she had. And some of you think that if people had stepped in to help her, including Priscilla, that she may not have passed. Right, let's have a look. Hi, Jane. Don't worry, mate. You can watch it on the catch-up. I can't stay much longer because my brother wants me to ring, and we've been on an hour. So Tracy, Silas, don't be but not to be laid to rest, and Elvis would be rolling. True. However, the state of Tennessee gave those 6 plots, so regardless, it is half for the cremation is still considered a plot. She can be buried there, just don't put her anywhere near Elvis. And this is another thing that you guys bring up. You say that why does she want to be buried next to Elvis? Why not next to her children? Because obviously they're her children, Lisa Marie and grandson, Benjamin. Why does it have to be next to Elvis? This is the things that you were saying to me in your messages. All of you will have to accept the fact that whatever Riley does from now on will be up to her, whether we like it or not. That's a bit blunt, Monica. I do think that Riley Keough will listen to the fans. So I don't agree with that comment. I think Riley seems like a real nice lady and she'll listen to us. I really believe that. However, Arely could ask for an extra plot, but the original papers say only 6 plots. But I don't understand how it works with burial plots, but can't you be buried underneath? I don't know, guys. I know nothing about burial plots. It's up to the family to make their decisions. We are only fans. Yes, but they do listen to us. Fans are important. Listen to Joel Weishanker. He's always saying how he knew that Elvis, it was very important to Elvis that the fans were happy and that he wants to carry out Elvis Presley's wishes. So Monica, no. Even Tracy, no. I think they will listen to us because that's what Elvis wanted. Joel Weishanker's own words. If they try to put her in, the Elvis alarms will go off, and Elvis's grass has internal alarms, according to Sam Thompson, as he was there when they fitted them. Let's have a look. Fans are what makes them money, so why cut your own? They're going to try and keep us happy. Come on, guys. They're not just going to go, I don't care what the fans think. They're not going to do that. Okay, we're at the end, so I have to go. Like a lot of fans, I broke down and cried when Lisa died. I never met her, but I cared. Yeah, Val, we love Lisa Marie. We love her. We grew up with Lisa Marie. I always say this. We love Lisa Marie. It brings a tear to our eye when we think about the unfortunate way that she died. Hi, Lorna. Unfortunately, we're going now, but welcome. She is his ex-wife. Yes, many people, non-Elvis fans, think they were still married when Elvis died. It's ridiculous. Why did people not bother to make that little bit of effort and do their research and understand that they'd been divorced for 4 years, and Priscilla in 1977, the year Elvis died, did a very cruel, horrible divorce settlement with Elvis that could have partially caused his death, in my opinion, in many of your opinions as well. I don't hate Priscilla Bueller. I just hate his age, treated Elvis and Lisa when they were alive, and how she continues to do so. I agree with that, Elaine. It's not about hate. We want the truth. Elvis fans want the truth. Defending Elvis Presley, that's what we're all about. Well, Deborah, I don't agree. I think some people will stop going. But it's always going to be very, very visited. Always. People are always going to want to be close to Elvis. And the closest you can ever get to Elvis, really, is by going to Graceland. So, no, it will always be a gold mine. It will always make a fortune. Even if Priscilla, don't forget, if Priscilla gets buried there, you can have all the Priscilla fans going there as well. So, it isn't that simple. No offense, mine. That's just my views. Okay, it will affect, but it's not. I think it will change it, but it won't. It'll still be packed. It'll still be queuing up. Trouble at the gates. That's possible. I could see there'll be a revolt. Definitely. Yeah, Natalie, you're right. Come on, it's a gold mine. It's Elvis Presley's home. People are going to visit it till the end of time. Right, I'm going. There's 36 of you watching. Please subscribe. If you want to be a member, become a member. No pressure. I don't force people to become members. Someone messaged me, why do you force people to be members? I don't force people to be members. If you want to be a member, it means a lot to me. I love it, but no pressure. I love my subscribers. I don't know if I'm going to be back on later. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's all to do with the kids. I wanted to come on last night, and those kids were so noisy. I couldn't do it. So take care, everyone. We've had over an hour. It's been a brilliant live stream. Thanks, Amy Collet, if you're watching. Thank you so much for letting us use your little voice messages. Brilliant. Thank you for joining in today with our new messenger chat thing. So, guys, if any of you want to join the messenger so we can chat 24/7, just friend me on Facebook, Louis McCready, and I'll accept you and I'll add you onto the messenger chat. Even now, when this live stream ends, we can carry on chatting. So you take care, everyone. Sending you all love. 100%, please subscribe. So many of you don't subscribe. You just watch, but you don't subscribe. It means a lot to subscribe. It really does. So defending Elvis Presley, fans want the truth. We are out of here. Sending you love. I got to go because my brother is hassling me to ring him. So love you all, guys. Love you.